What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another office video. Yeah, the most serious players look innocent. The most serious players look innocent and stuff. But before I get into that, check out my girl Brittany. She did yet another video called When's a Good Time to Approach Women with a fine self. She letting you know she dropping some game. Check out the link in the description box, all right? So anyway, because she just straight up with it. She's straight up with it. And I always listening to women give you some game. Some guys don't want to do that, but that's like having a spy in the other team's camp. So anyway, right? Check it out. The most serious players look innocent. And I was thinking about something recent. And I ain't gonna get into it too much. Cause let's just say certain people can be Googled. I'll leave it at that. But I'm gonna tell you what, this is what I've always found. Cause there's always this thing about, players having a certain look and a certain swag and all of that. And even with body game, gotta have that like super buff body. Or, people saying, well, he gotta look like a model and all that. And yeah, all of them got some legitimacy. Let me just be clear on that. Yeah, if you dress well, you got that swag, you got that charisma, and, all of that. You got that muscular body, all of that. Yeah, But I'm going to tell you what, though. Some of the most serious players don't look like players. They look like nice guys. Like, if you take one look at them, you ever see those players that if you take just one little look at them, they don't look like they all that. They don't look like they look like they lucky if they can get a woman. Not a bunch of women. A woman. And they be but then you start scratching the surface a bit, or you start getting to know, you find out this dude a dog. This dude's a dog. And they be, of course, especially some people be thinking, either the Chad thing or the Pookie Ray Ray thing, depending on your cultural, racial background and all that. But I'm gonna tell you what, if this is coming, this ain't no speculation. I like I said, I know plenty of men and women. And some of the guys who are tearing up the most, if you stand back, they ain't got a bunch of tattoos, don't look like they can model. Hell, in fact, they might joke about how they average look. They be medium ugly. Shit, I can think of one, he was just, the women say he was ugly and still sucked his dick. I mean, shit. But they be looking innocent. Let's just focus on those. It be like the guy who looked like a total nice guy and everything, real calm. Got that mask on. In fact, that's the same thing with some women too. I know this woman, she looked like the most innocent woman. The most innocent woman. Turned out she was a demon lover. She was a demon lover. Those who don't know what a demon lover is, succubus, they just tear up a man. They just terrible. But she was the most innocent looking thing. It's the same thing. In fact, they can be some of the most terrible players. They trustworthy. Like they don't have any of those stereotypes. Definitely ain't no, I mean, most guys who think they know what's up be looking at them and thinking, oh yeah, they ain't getting none. They're a nice guy. They might call them an incel or something. Or say they don't got no tats. How they ain't got no tats? Or they dress normal or even whack or anything. And indeed, sometimes you might not really see them even talk to women. But then, like I said, you start scratching the surface and they got a bunch of women. Because part of the thing is they look innocent. They don't look like they're going to be a player or anything. Those are the best ones because, a woman, what? They done dealt with like Pretty Boy. They done dealt with that thug dude, that bad boy. They done dealt with that star boy. But then they meet that guy look like he go to church, mosque, wherever. and say, well, he decent looking. He decent looking. Or even medium ugly. Average looking. All of that. And, he's soft spoken. And, he don't give none. He gives zero indications of it. But then you start talking to him, or you can look at him with that third eye of game open. And third eye of game, let me shout out Tariq Nasheed. He first used that term. But that third eye game just means you can see the game. You can, and those be the main ones tearing up shit. Those be the main ones. Like I said, hold on. Anyway, those be the main ones. And it is because they're innocent. Because, see, part of what they do is, one, they get the woman comfortable. Women ain't thinking anything, or they ain't spitting that hot fire or anything like that. They ain't coming on hard. They'll take their time. I know one dude like that. And you can Google this dude, but I ain't going to put his name out there. If you think about him, he seemed like just that older guy who's, just trying to do his thing. I ain't going to say what he do for a living because, like I said, he can be Googled. But that dude to take his time. That dude to put it, his shit was diabolical. He could put that, he wouldn't like be going in on the woman right away. He'd take his time. He'd sit back, take his time, even years. Just plant those seeds and everything. And then when it's ready to harvest, where it's ready to grow, he'll water it and everything. And then, boom. When the time comes, crack cow. I was like, man, diabolical. And I've seen so many dudes like that. Because sometimes you be thinking, even if you go to parties or some gathering and everybody be looking at that guy getting all the attention, be the guy over in the corner just talking. And the main thing is they look innocent. Because like I said, the women, they done been through the other one. They've been through the star dude and all that. They've been through the main looking ones. Or they know to leave them alone for whatever reason. The women got enough sense to leave those guys alone. But then they get the innocent looking guy looking like he gonna be monogamous and everything. And you know what? Dude just play along. And in fact, I mentioned demon lovers earlier. Demon lovers not always like drop dead gorgeous. They decent, but always innocent on the surface. And that's something to think about. And, the main thing, I ain't saying trying to be like that, but just understand there isn't a look to a player. Because I remember some guy was trying to go in on Uncle Rom, trying to say, well, nah, you don't look like a player or something. First of all, I knew that particular person. I just didn't appeal to their vagina. A man can't check out another man like that. All right? But when you think about players, guys, they don't look like that. Like anybody who's got in my book, Nice Guys and Players, know I talk about Jim. That's a real dude. That's a real person. And when I think about him, grew up with him, that was my brother. That was the thing. You look at that dude, he don't look like he getting shit, according to the rules. That dude had the same haircut now. And if I'm 58, he 58. He got the same haircut now that he did when he was 10 years old. Same haircut, never dressed stylish. That dude played football, but he was one of those stocky dudes. In fact, he wasn't even a tall dude. He wasn't even tall. He about a good 5'8". Stocky, one cut, He wouldn't lift no weights. He was strong as fuck, though, just naturally. And that dude had women camping out in front of his house. The way women used to throw it at him. But if you take one look at him, you wouldn't be like him. I was like, seriously, I've seen women lose their mind over his ass. But he ain't had that player look. And he was a good guy, though, to him. He did treat him well. But I think about a whole bunch of them. And, the lesson there is, look, look your best. Don't think you have to get a bunch of tats or something like that. Or you have to have a certain haircut or something. Because the one thing about them, good and bad, because some of them, it seemed like an oxymoron to say a good player, but, they just got a lot of women. They were just authentic. They were just authentic and they were themselves. And that's one thing women will like. Now, if you, I ain't saying being a player. In fact, that life ain't for everyone. But learn what they're doing, and that's one of the things. They're just authentic. They believe it or not, they just gonna present themselves authentically. You know, even be some. I don't be brutally honest, except that they mess with other women. You know, and even then, some of them will be like, "Yeah, I got other women," and the women like just to grab them anyway. But the ones who just tearing up, good or bad ones, they don't. You couldn't look at them and tell they ain't a look. They really ain't. They really isn't. So you got the tatted up ones, the bad boys, you know, the model looking dudes, even the muscular dudes. I still promote body game. But honestly, the ones who really be tearing up some stuff, they don't look like it. Guys be questioning. I was like, please. Those be the main ones. All right. So anyway, though, that's all I got for now. This one going to be too long. You know, I don't do long ones like when I'm at home, like smartphone videos. Mainly because I'm right here. I got to fill the time when I'm driving. And plus, I'm going with the flow. So anyway, check out my lady Brittany's video. Because she cracks me up. She tends to be very blunt. So trust me, you know, one day we should do a video or like just have a regular conversation, record that joint. So anyway, that's all I got for now, y'all. And get back with y'all on Monday and everything. Oh, real quick. Definitely start subscribing to my Patreon. I already announced on my Patreon, but at the upper level, we going strictly sexual dynamics, particularly what women want in the bedroom. All right, I'm gonna be doing that for a couple months on my $20 level. You need to know, cause trust me, if you do these things, you ain't gonna worry about the women. All right, you ain't gonna worry about the women. So anyway, that's all I have for now. I get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.